चाओ चाओ दोस्तों, कैसे हो आप लोग। एवरी वीक रोमा का मैनेजर हंट एक नया ट्विस्ट लेता है। मीडिया लेती है, फ्रीडकिंस आके बोलता है या जो भी है ऊपर मैनेजमेंट में आके बोलता है कि इवान यूरिच का जॉब सेफ है। तो इस वीडियो में हम लोग देखेंगे कि इज फ्रैंक लैम्पार्ड रियली गोना बी द मैनेजर ऑफ रोमा, or do you think Graham Potter has got a chance? Let's find out. If you're new to this channel, do hit the subscribe button to support the channel. Video ko like karo, share it with your friends. I make content around football, cricket, and other sports, but with the preference for Italian football. So, without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Look, I've seen a lot of poor Roma managers throughout the years, and I don't think so. Ivan Juric is the problem. It is unfortunately he is probably at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I think Gasparini, जो उनका यूरिच का जो गुरु है, उसने सही तरीके से बोला कि he's picked up a hot potato. It's very difficult. One of the most difficult jobs in world football is being the head coach of the men's senior team at Roma, and Juric is living this nightmare along with all of us. It's been, I would say, nightmare after nightmare every game week. I know कि थोड़ा एक win आया था against Torino midweek, थोड़ा दिलासा आया था, but on the weekend, Roma lost to Hellas Verona in spectacular fashion. 2 goals could have been avoided. The first goal, Nikola Zalewski directly gave it away to the Verona player. The second goal was very controversial. In my opinion, it wasn't a legitimate goal, should have been chalked off. But nevertheless, a defeat, and his position, Juric's position, is once again in question, and the media has gone berserk as usual, linking us with names like Max Allegri, Maurizio Sarri, Roberto Mancini, and of course Frank Lampard and Graham Potter. But amongst all these names, I don't think so Frank Lampard is a legitimate option, because the Friedkins own Everton, and the English media तो ऐसा Lampard का नाम link हुआ है, but it is like pulling a fish out of water and putting it, somewhere in the middle of a desert. Lampard in Serie A with Roma is a disaster waiting for to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just media and it's stupid rumors, but I don't think so. Lampard was an absolutely great player, legend at Chelsea, but he's a horrible coach. And his time in England is not celebrated at all. What makes you think Lampard will come to Italy? What makes you think an Italian club will go after Frank Lampard as their manager? With no disrespect, man. Come on, you're not Lampard. If you're watching this, Frankie, I don't think so. Italy is the right option for you. They will eat you alive over here. You will not blend in with the culture. आपको मतलब इतना दिक्कत आएगा. It's better that you stay away from the Serie A at this point of time. Any club for that matter. Forget Roma. Even if you get a job at Inter, hypothetically, I don't think so it's the right fit for you. So I'm going to rule out Frank Lampard as the manager of Roma. Completely 100% bogus. It's not going to happen. It's just the media cooking up stories. And I don't think so any Roma fan in their right minds would want to see Lampard as the head coach of Roma. Rather get De Rossi back. It's an option because he's still on contract, but the Friedkins are not going to do that. So you can rule De Rossi and Frank Lampard out of the Roma job at the minute. It's, of course, they've confirmed it's going to be Juric, but har week badalta rehta hai. Let's talk about Graham Potter. Graham Potter is an interesting choice because Graham Potter has managed, outside of England, and his time at Chelsea has been kind of, blown out of proportion in my opinion, because वहाँ पे जो issues थे Chelsea में, it was beyond Graham Potter, to be very honest. He did a very good job with Brighton, of course, got them playing into Europe, got them playing in a very fun way, and that's something that Roma fans have associated with the club, the La Magica aspect of the club. So I think Graham Potter is a sensible appointment if that happens. Of course, he will have to face those same issues of adjusting to Italy, and there is a lot of pressure in this job, probably more pressure than Chelsea, to be very honest. And if he's up to kind of manage at Roma, that's a question that he needs to ask. But I think from an outsider's perspective, this is going to be a good job if he takes up. It'll be a very interesting experiment. It'll be either ekdam sahi jayega ya ekdam it'll blow in its face. Like when Luis Enrique came in as a new manager, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of hope, but within 8 months his hair became grey. he became exhausted, and he just wanted to leave Roma ASAP. And then, of course, you saw how Luis Enrique got Barca to all that glory after that. So Graham Potter, in my opinion, interesting experiment. I wouldn't be against it personally. It's totally up to him, but there is a higher chance of that happening. Now let's speak about the Italian managers. The two names mentioned here are, of course, Roberto Mancini and Maurizio Sarri. Uh, I would say Mancini is, more likely to happen than Maurizio Sarri, because Mancini has just fought with the Saudi Arabia FA and is, without a job, looking back, to come into management, preferably with a club side. And of course, he knows Roma very well, the city of Rome very well, being an ex-Lazio player, ex-Lazio coach as well. And of course, Mancini won a lot of titles with Internazionale in Italy and then City later in England. But is Mancini a really good choice? Not in my opinion. Is he available? Yes. Does it look like a plausible move? Yes. But I don't think so. I would want Mancini at my club. I don't know about other Romanisti, but mujhe to nahi chahiye. Speaking about Maurizio Sarri, once again, very attractive brand of football. He is ex-Laziale, but I don't think so. His Laziale past matters as much as Mancini's past. There is no scientific explanation to this. It's just a vibe check. It's just a sixth sense speaking that Maurizio Sarri's Lazio past does not really affect me that much compared to Mancini. But Sarri will not want to come in the middle of a season and take over from the mess that is, there at Roma at this point of time. So, Sarri, I think we can rule him out completely at this point of time. It'll be something different if he accepts a project in the middle of the season. But Sarri, मेरे हिसाब से देखो manager अच्छा है. I would really want him, but if he comes along, I would be really happy. But the chances of that happening are very slim at this point. The third Italian manager that I did not mention very specifically is because I don't want to jinx it, because personally I'm a fan of Max Allegri. Now, Max Allegri in 2024, uska haram ball tactics hai, ye hai, wo hai, but bhai, you need a authority figure in the dressing room, someone who instills discipline, someone who will play Paulo Dybala as a right wing back. I don't know, but if he manages to get those 1-0 results, I'm up for Allegri ball. Sign me up for it. It's signing, a contract with the devil. I don't care, because results will come. I need Roma to get out of this rut. And possibly, Allegri also has not won in Europe, still has a chance to, win a Europa League trophy with Roma. It's something that should have happened a while ago, because Allegri tha available market mein, but he chose to extend with Juve and stuff like that. Not getting into the past. But amongst all the names that we are linked with, if a coach of Allegri's pedigree comes to Roma, I'm extremely happy. I know that it will be like a Jose Mourinho 2.0. He will have Allegri moments. He will fight with everybody, whatever. But if you are giving me those 1-0 wins, I'm taking it at this point of time. Just get Roma out of the rut that we are in. So for me, Allegri is the choice to go. Of course, De Rossi's return would be very, very sentimental, but I don't think so. The ego clashes between the Friedkins and De Rossi are going to end anytime soon. I don't think so. De Rossi is a guy who will come back after the treatment that he's been given. Roma fans are protesting. King Kong ban ke aaye bahar, Trigoria ke bahar, training center ke bahar. ये सब चल रहा है ड्रामा. हर रोज हर दिन एक नया ड्रामा चलते रहता है. अभी हाल ही में एंचेलोटी आउट करके थोड़ा कैंपेन चल रहा है. ऑफ कोर्स फॉर मी माय ड्रीम साइनिंग ऑफ any coach would be Ancelotti's romantic return back to Roma. Of course, he was with Roma as a player for many years, and it's no secret that he's always admired and always wanted to come and manage Roma at some point of his career. Ab tak hua nahi hai. One last dance, Carlo Ancelotti and Roma. That's a dream, but in reality, अगर आप देखोगे, Allegri का salary बहुत high है. If he takes a wage cut and if things work out the way that it should, possibly Allegri is the best option as a Roma coach to get Roma out of this mess that we are in right now. But until then, it's going to be Ivan Juric who's going to be the head coach. It's going to be Juric ball for a while. And poor thing, I feel very bad for him. Every week, every match day, his position is judged. He's living under a lot of stress. I will not be surprised that even Ivan Juric loses all of his amazing hair after he leaves Roma. But even if Juric, stays with Roma throughout the season and finishes, in the top 6 or whatever, I don't see him keeping his Roma job beyond the summer. It's a sad reality of the state we are in, and it's not Juric's fault, it's the management's fault. There has been a lack of leadership from the top, and unfortunately that has transpired down into the technical staff, be it the players, be it the coaches, whoever. It's a mess. But ये video था just to analyze and just to speak about the potential candidates. And of course Lampard का बहुत चर्चा चल रहा था. A lot of my friends sent me a DM, Chelsea supporting friends, like Lampard, but that's not happening, guys. It's totally not happening. So let's leave it at that. Thank you so much, for watching the video if you're here till now. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. I'm Ajay Menon. I'll be back in another video sometime soon. Until then, it's Die Roma Die. Ciao, ciao.